Good morning, students. So today we will go with a last topic of module 1 called as virtualization. In the previous topic, we discussed about virtualization, and also we discussed about the authentication of virtualization, that is called as TLB. So the trusted data, okay, we can take it. So how we can transfer the data or how we can share the data trustworthy. So in that way we discussed about some of the security aspects of the virtualization. Now this was the last discussion. Suppose if I want to transfer the data, or if I want to access the data virtually or the resources virtually, what are the basic requirements are available and how the basic requirements are needed. So on this aspect there is one discussion called as a secure runtime environment is the most and very important fundamental concept. Please underline and write down. Suppose if I want to transfer the data, especially in a secure way and also during a runtime, these are the most fundamental concepts. The first two problems, all problems must have a solution. That is called as a network issues or the network interfacing. And then about the storage, talks about network systems or a network file system. So these are the two fundamental concepts you must have a knowledge on them. Not only that, along with that, a security mechanism in the first two rely on a secure runtime environment is also a very important and a major task while upload. And also the one more while uploading or while sharing, also remember all the cryptographic algorithms and the security protocols resided in the runtime environment is also being considered. So what I want to say here, whenever we are going to take up the data virtually, whenever I want to access the data or I wanted to access the data virtually, so always remember the major two fundamental parameters are that network interfaces and also the security storage. Those two are the major fundamental. To solve that solution, we also must know some of the cryptographic algorithms and also some of the security protocols which will also support while during the runtime processing. Understand? So these are the basic needs in the requirement process. Yeah. Now there is one question raised in the video also. What is mean by TCP and how it is being processed? Okay, and what is the solution for that? Now there is one small diagram I am going to give you. So this is called actually a TCP. You can see there is one icon which I have highlighted in a red color, which is a smaller TCP. A smaller TCP which talks about a virtual machineWare and which talks about the physical hardware devices. And actual TCP, if we talk along with that in a guest virtual machine, it may be in a software, it may be in a platform, or it may be in a OS, or it may be in a hardware devices. Now here you have to categorize the TCP into a smaller and to an actual, and while processing, while accessing, what all the major informations are going to be processed during a runtime. So this is about talks about in a smaller TCP solution how the data is fetched virtually and especially within a TCP mode. So this talks about the knowledge. Now this is about the very important diagram. You must know that how to build the virtualization. After building, I told you, you have to store, you have to use, you have to modify, and also I told you, you have to destroy. If I am not at all using, then I can destroy that because I can save the memory. So these are some of the parameters to build the virtualization. So first of all, you have to allocate a new memory. It is in a sequential order, a sequence process. First you have to allocate, then you have to talk about the virtual machines. That is talks about a kernel. Once if I say kernel, it is an operating system. And once if I say operating, it is a platform. It is in a platform. It is act like in a platform as in a services. Then set up the page tables, as I told in the previous class also. You can check in my module 2 video also, where I told about the logical representations, that is especially the index table, monitoring, scheduling, supervision, extracting, accounting, billing, negotiation. All this comes under in terms of in a page table, especially like in a master slave architecture, especially like in a node management. Especially these are the some of the terms we are going to study in the module 2 called as in a containers. Especially we'll discuss called as containers. So that is about in the Aneka cloud we are going. These are all needed for the cloud purpose. Now you can say release of a foreign mapping. Yes, there is a data dependency behavior will come, joint dependency will come into picture, then index table will come, then I'm going to extract the data, then these are called as mapping things will be taken care. Then set up the CPU contest and launch a new virtual machine. So these are the some of the slow process. Now I am going to explain what we are learning is the virtualization is slowly traveling into like a cloud computing architecture. Now I am going to slowly interface the virtual machine architecture to a cloud computing architecture. Understanding? So once if the two architectures coincide each other, then it is easy for me to extract the data. Easy to extract the data virtually, easy to share the data virtually, easy to process the data virtually. So this is called as a domain building, or I can say this is an interface between a cloud computing architecture and also a virtual architecture or the virtualization architectures. Yeah, you can see this is one small example, a case study about a flow diagram, how the logic can be taken care, how a virtual machine enter into the picture, what is a mapping and saving, if it is a true, what is a translation, if it is a false, where I should go, I have to save the page, I have to unmap the page, and I have to finish. So this is similar, this is one task, this is the original process. You can see this is a original process, this is a proposed process. To complete the original process, how the proposal process is going to be incorporated, that is called encryption and the decryption of the page. I think you could have studied in the lower semester also computer networks, how the data is encrypted and decrypted. So that is based on the I told you cryptographic logical algorithms. A cryptographic algorithms are slowly going to interface. So I am interfacing the 2-3 subject. One is called as a networks is coming into picture, then is a DBMS database management is coming into picture, then cloud computing is coming to picture, cloud computing architecture is coming to picture, virtualization is coming to picture. So these are the 4 interrelated, along with the software architecture subject. 4 subjects of your curriculum is slowly interfaced with this concept called as a domain save and restore. That is the original process, how it will come and how it will. So just this is a one small flow chart for your representation. So how the condition comes into picture. This is a simple, I think from the day 1 of the semester we are learning about the flow chart, what is mean by true and what is mean by false situations. Clear? I think I came up to the end of the topic of the module 1 called as hypervisor vulnerabilities. These are some of the malicious. I told you there are some hackers will be there. How while processing, how they are going to hack it. So this is called as an attack hypervisor and access hypervisors. So there is an authentication concepts we are going to. I'll give some instructions. See. This is the best diagram where we can remove the hypervisors, where we can remove the hypervisors about the nothing such that no attack has been taken care. Yeah, this is about the I can stop in the CPU level, memory level, in the IO devices level only. These are the roles of the hypervisor. I can block them and I can stop to not to access the encrypted data, beyond the encrypted data. Whatever is your need, only those, if it is possible, I am going to provide within a constraints, within a negotiation and service level agreement. Beyond that, if you want to access or if you want to fetch, automatically a firewall will come into picture. Automatically there is an removal of that hypervisor. It will alert me, it will beep me, it will automatically it will be an authentication process will going to continue. So these are all comes under the algorithms. Okay, cryptographic algorithms we studied how to remove the hypervisors. So this is one of the removal of hypervisors. I can one virtual machine per core will be installed. Pre-allocate memory with the processor support will be there to manage the memory. To manage the IO devices, direct access to the virtualized device. This is a way I can remove them. Networking, utilize the hardware Ethernet switches such that you can remove the hypervisors. Managing the virtual machines, the decoupling operations can be taken care. So these are the some of the process to remove the hypervisors such that the secure data will travel from source to a destination. So with this I am concluding the module 1 about the introduction about the cloud computing, what we studied in the cloud computing, what is the benefits of cloud computing, what is mean by a reference model, what is mean by an architecture, what is mean by an IaaS, PaaS, SaaS, and how the virtualization came into picture, hardware level virtualization came into picture, then how to send the secure data, the hypervisors came into picture, how to remove the hypervisors we studied, what is the flow diagram of the process. All those are